check-ins, I'm back. It is Friday, sorry. So we are heading into the tail end of summer. I'm actually leaving on like a couple of days trip to go to Washington, D.C. to meet my Muggle casters that I have literally been watching since I was like 16, 17. So that's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. So I'm going to be gone. So I figured what I'm going to do is I'm not going to vlog when I'm there because I'm going to read a bunch of books I can't talk about on my YouTube channel. So I figure because the theme for this month that I rolled, if you want to see my TBR game, if I can remember, I'll link it. The goal for this month was to read sequels. I've actually been doing a super good job with this, like unintentionally. So the two books I really want to focus on by the time I leave for work, by the time I leave for my trip on Monday night is Heart of the World by Amy Kaufman. I will attach a photo here. The sequel to Isles of the Gods, which I loved. If I literally gave out 6-star books, that would have been a 6-star read for me because I loved it so much. And I've been eagerly anticipating the sequel. I emailed the publicist the week that I got back from ALA and they sent me a copy on my Kindle, so I'm so excited to read that. And also kind of going off of that, Nightbirds, which is book 1, Firebirds is now out. So this will be 2 duologies I can finish in this video, which I'm really excited about. Again, these books are very, very long. This book's actually shorter. This is like, the other one is 400 pages. So I'm going to make this my priority for the weekend. And then if by chance, if I can add any other sequels in here, I'm also going to be doing some audiobook listening for another project, a secret project, my last secret project. So I want to kind of catch up on that too. But yeah, we're just going to spend the weekend vibing, living our best summer life, and having some fun. I'm going to do diamond painting. I'm going to go to yoga, maybe take baby girl for a walk. She's in the background. You can see her. So yeah, that is the plan. I'm also going to do a Pixar marathon this weekend and catch up on a couple of Pixar movies I haven't seen. What's the hype? I'll link them below. They've been really controlling my social media life, like my entertainment life this past 3 weeks. But I'm finally caught up on podcasts, which means I can listen to audiobooks again, which I'm really thrilled about. So, yes. Okay. I'm going to go read the first 100 pages of Heart of the World. I'm going to try to keep this spoiler free, but if we get to the end of these 2 books, I may have a bit of a spoiler section just because I do love these books so much. And not everyone has read them. So if you are looking for a fun nautical adventure, definitely pick up Isles of the Gods. And I will say this does get more nautical as the series goes on. But all right, I'm going to go read my book. I'm going to go get some lunch. And then I will check back in when I have read 100 pages. Yeah, I'm excited. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Chickens, I'm back. I read 25% of Heart of the World. I'm also watching Brave, which is part of my Pixar watch, which I've never really seen. So I'm really excited for that. This book is I'm having a lot of fun time with it. I love our 4 main characters. This book is very different. I recently read A Gilded Cage by Lynette Nomi, and I said that book did it very, very well. They kind of changed the game and they kind of changed the setup. Book 1 was very much a seafaring adventure where Sally, Leander, and Keegan had to go stop the gods from waking. This book is very different because it's more set at political court and there's a lot going on. Sally and Leander are in a very, very difficult situation. Keegan's in a very different situation. We also are meeting some new characters. We're also the political elements of the story are going to be very much the forefront of the story because we are like at court. And I'm really enjoying it. I read 25% and we really haven't got Musk of Laskia and Jude yet. We did get a pretty devastating scene for Jude, but I'm really having a fun time. So I'm going to probably go sit outside with the doggy if she'll go outside. And I'm going to go read another 25% and then I'll give you guys a check-in. But I'm really having a fun time. I love these characters. And I said this before, I love how Amy Kaufman builds her worlds. Because it's just so effortlessly queer. Like, there's just so much queer elements to her stories that are just so effortlessly put in that I'm just loving it. I love Leander. I love Keegan. I love Sally. So I'm really excited to see what happens in the next 25%. And then I'll give you guys an update. Right now, time check, it's 12:56. So we'll see how long this takes me. But I will be back. And I'm back. I have watched a bunch more Pixar movies. I've watched The Good Dinosaur, which may be a new favorite of mine. I really, really like that movie. I'm so sad I've waited so long to watch these movies. I then watched Inside Out. That was an emotional roller coaster. People are right. That movie is very, very emotional. And then I watched Finding Dory, which I also really enjoyed. So I watched those 3 back to back to back, and they're really, really good. I'm really enjoying my Pixar catch-up. But I also did wind up getting up to 50% into Heart of the World by Amy Kaufman. I'm loving this book. This is like how you do a series, because the first book was very, very sea-focused. This book is very, very political-focused. We're also getting a ton of new characters. We're getting Kiki, who is connected to Keegan, and he's the scholar in the story. Keegan is definitely my favorite character. I mean, I love them all. This book really does a trope that I don't always like. I'm not going to give it away because I think it will like ruin book 1 really, really well. And I really like Sally and Leander's relationship in this story. I also like that in this story, it's Leander's chance to lead Sally, because in book 1, Sally was leading Leander, so I love that. They're also doing a lot of political stuff, and I'm loving that. So I'm having a really, really fun time. I don't really want to talk too much spoilers. I want you to go out and read Isles of the Gods is really what I want you to do, but I'm just having such a fun time reading this. So yeah, I am going to go read another 50%. Probably get me to like 75%, and then I'll give you guys another update. I'm gonna go watch a long YouTube video, which I watch on every Sunday morning. I'm gonna go watch that, and then I'm probably gonna come back in and check with you guys. But between then, I'm gonna probably go listen to my audiobook. So you'll see me when I have read up to 50% in both books. And I'm gonna probably watch Coco at some point today. And I'll talk to you guys soon when I have an update. But so far, I'm really, really loving this book. So I'll be back soon. I'm back. So I am 72% in A Heart of the World, and I'm loving this book. Like, this is working for me on so many levels, and we're getting to the crux of this story. We're getting to the potential of war, and it's very interesting to see how Leander, Keegan are viewing this war, because they're looking at it through very, very different like point of view preferences, and they're not all the same. We're also at a location that I've been wanting to see since book 1. And yeah, we also got a lot with Kiki in the last section. She's a new character that we're meeting. She's the girl Keegan was supposed to marry in book 1, I'll say that. And I'm really liking her and her dynamic with Sally. We got a bit more female characters in the story, which I am liking. There was a lot of heartbreak for Jude in this section as well. Jude is one of those characters that I really hope he gets his comeuppance at the end, because I'm worried for Jude because he's in a bit of a precarious situation. But yeah, so I'm really, really liking this. The next time you see me, I will be done. Yeah, I'm gonna try to read. I'm in the middle of doing another vlog where I'm like listening to something, but I would like to just sit down and read this. I think tomorrow what I might do, because I've been literally just like watching a movie and watching booktube, but I know that like I'm not gonna be able to do that like for the most of this week because I'm going away. So I think tomorrow, I know Brittany's sprinting. I think Brittany's sprinting in the evening too. So I think I might just watch booktube all day and just like, you know, relax and decompress and kind of catch up on some books, because I want to finish Heart of the World, and I want to start, I was going to originally start Firebirds, but I don't think that's going to happen. This vlog, I'm going to see how long this vlog is. If I could put this vlog up, I might just put this vlog up so I can have content for the following week, but again, it's just backstage stuff. So yeah, all right, I'm going to go do some more diamond painting. I'll come back when I'm done with Heart of the World, and we will chat. Bye. Dragons, I'm back. I just finished Heart of the World by Amy Kaufman, and oh my goodness, this book was 5 stars. If I gave out 6 stars, it would be that. This is one of those books that could make the tippy top of my list. Last year, Isles of the Gods did. This book was so good. Oh, I can't say too much. I think at the end when I'm done, I think I'm gonna have to put this vlog on hold because I'm going away and I want to be able to vlog Firebirds. I want to vlog it. I think at the very end I'll give you guys spoilers on both books because there's so much I want to say that is spoilery. But oh my goodness, if you are a bookworm, this series is for you. If you like to read, obviously you're here, you like to read, I would definitely pick up this book. There's a character in this whole series named Keegan who is a book lover and like a scholar, and oh my goodness, there's just so much in this book that you could tell Amy Kaufman loves her readers, because I feel like this book was made for us. But oh my god, this book was like so emotional. I think it took us so in different directions. It was like a very satisfactory ending. If you ever need a book or a book about gods, the series would work great. Both books. This book really was very, very god heavy. I will say that. I had a great time, gave it 6 stars or 5 stars, whatever, and I really enjoyed it. So the next time you see me, I'm going to be starting Firebirds by KJ Armstrong, which is coming out soon. By the time I come back, it might actually be out. But I have to go away. I want to vlog that book because I can actually vlog it. So yeah, all right. I am gonna go read a bit. I'm gonna go get ready for sprints for Brittany, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Friends, I'm back. I'm actually gonna turn this into a mini 48-hour reading vlog for myself. I mean, I am technically doing it with Brittany Loves Reading as well, because I do not know when hers ends, but I am gonna read it until Sunday night, and that's what I'm gonna end. But I just did wind up picking up Firebirds. I'm about 30 pages in, so I don't feel confident enough to give you guys like an update or anything, but this will be the next book for this vlog, which I'm having a really fun time with. I really liked book 1 in this series. I think it's such an underhyped fantasy book. This book really does dive into the political pressures and being a woman in this time period, which is just very apropos for the time I realized that I'm actually reading this. So yeah, I'm really having a fun time. My goal is, we just got like the new desk, and my mom is pretty adamant that she wants to get it done today, so I'm gonna kind of take like 20 minutes, put on something that I'm not really watching, and just kind of take everything off my desk. So that is the plan for that. But I did want to say that I will come back when I have read probably about 100 pages and give you guys like a solid update. It's Friday, it is 2:05, and then this vlog is going to go until Sunday night. I don't really have any major plans this week. It's also my last official week off, so I'm trying to like soak up that a little bit, but I will be back when I have a more solid update for you. This book is also a little bit shorter than the other one, so I can hopefully read this pretty quickly. Yeah, I'll be back. Dragons, I'm back. So I just want to do a quick update. I did wind up reading to part 1 of Firebirds by KJ Armstrong. I'm really liking this book. Really, really underrated series. If you want to bring down someone or like start a revolution, you should read this book, because I just think it's like so captivating. It's very, very female led, and like I'm just really having a good time with it. I think that the 3 main characters in this story are very, very different. I don't know if I said this before, but this is the second book in the Nightbirds duology, and the first book is about girls who can gift their magic with a kiss, and there's Nightbirds, like very, very secret-y society. And at the end of book 1, there was kind of an upturning of that society, and you have 3 very different girls: Mathilde, Sayre, well, 4, Fen, and Asa. And they live such different lives, and I think it really shows the vast contrast of this world, how different these girls are. And in book 1, they were very much together. In book 2, they're very, very isolated and very, very separated. You also have 3 very different romances, which I really do enjoy, but I'm having a great time with it. Like, I really like all the characters. I think that Kate does such a good job of weaving in all her historical stuff. She is like a historian. She does have a podcast called The Exploress, where she kind of looks at female life. I also really do like hearing her on pup dates, because I feel like I'm almost like, not like a beta reader, but I feel like I have more information because I do listen to her podcast. But I'm really enjoying it. Like, I'm having such a fun time with this book. Like, it's very, very captivating, and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm gonna go read to part 3, which is, you know, 135 pages, and I'm probably gonna update you guys tomorrow, unless like I feel captivated to give you guys an update. But yeah, that is my update for this. Friends, Lori here, and back. Oh my god, I have to start thinking about school, and my brain is not really there yet. So I'm just gonna read and chat about that in my other vlog. But I did wind up getting up to about to start part 3 in Firebirds, and I'm really enjoying this book. This book is just such a wild ride, and it really deals with so many issues. It's a very like well crafted story. It really does have historical elements to it. It also has a lot of, you know, 4 very, very, well, 3 technically, 3 very, very strong romances, but 4 very, very different girls. And like, I'm just so ready for a revolution in this story, and I'm really happy that I'm reading it. It is just very different from book 1 as well. I keep saying that because I've read so many sequels this month, which is so good for my game that I'm playing with myself. But I'm just having a really, really great time. I really can't talk too much spoilers, but I will say you're getting some answers in some regards, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a great time. So the next time you see me, I will be on page 236. So we've got 100 more pages. I'm really liking this. I did decide that I'm going to go to Anime Con tomorrow with my friends. I know that this next week is going to be a bit chaotic, just because it's my last week off, and I really want to kind of ease my way into school. So I'm going to try to finish this vlog today. I'm trying to finish this book so I could start my next vlog. That's going to be kind of like my reset vlog, and like where I start thinking about work and stuff like that, and like what my plans are, because I have a lot going on next week, which is good. But yeah, so I'm gonna go read. I still really do like all the characters. We're definitely getting a lot set in Simta, which is the town, and I'm really excited to see where this story goes. So, but it's definitely like a very like political heavy story. There is magic, there is like elements like that. I wouldn't say it's a witchy story, but there is magic, and I'm just having a really, really fun time. So I'm gonna go read another 100 pages. I might, well, I thought my dog broke my phone, but she didn't. She didn't break my phone. So my mom's fixing it. But once I get my phone back, I'm gonna probably work out, do a bit of diamond painting outside. Maybe at some point today I have to like finish an audiobook for a secret project. That's really what I'm waiting for, to finish that audiobook as well, so I can kind of like start really deep cleaning and stuff. But yeah. All right, so I am gonna go read a bit more, and then when I have about a bit more read, I'll give you guys an update. Bye. Dragons, I'm back actually I think to wrap up this vlog. So I did wind up, when I was traveling today, I went to a little bit of a convention. I'm going to show that in my next video because I'm going to do a 24-hour reading vlog. But I did wind up finishing Firebirds by KJ Armstrong. So I'm going to give you guys a bit of actually, I don't know if I'm going to do spoilers in this vlog. I think I may at the very, very end, or maybe I'll do, once the book's out, maybe I'll come back and talk spoilers about these two books, because I really had a great time with it, and I think that more people need to read this series. So maybe when the books are out and Amy's isn't coming out until mid-September, maybe I'll come in and I'll do a spoiler section. But I had a great time with this book. I gave this book 5 stars. I love this book. I try very hard to not get political on my channel, but I have to give you guys this analogy. When I read Lady Night by Tamora Pierce, it was 2016, right after Trump won the election. And I remember reading that book and feeling like I could start a revolution and I could like go out there. It was so inspiring. That book was like very, very motivating to me. This book is very, very similar. I feel like after reading this book, I can go out and I can start a revolution. I just tabbed the hell out of this book and I just loved it. I think that what Kate did so well is she really infused all of like her historical thing, because she's like, I wouldn't say she's a historian, but she has a podcast where she kind of like dives into ladies' lives in history, and you could tell that like all of the facts she's giving you are very, very like honest, and it was just great. I think that it's so hard sometimes to do a book with 4 very different female lead characters and give them all page time, and have 3 very different romances and give them all page time. And I think Kate just did such a good job. Again, I tabbed the hell out of this book because the quotes were so empowering. It was great. I think this book was so well crafted. There was a lot of elements in this book that were new that I wasn't expecting, and I had a great time. I gave this book 5 stars. I think that, again, this is a solid 5 star. I think if I had to go look back on book 1, I would say that was more like a 4.5 star, but this is a solid 5 star. This story just does not get nearly enough love and attention. So yeah, that is my thoughts. I really had a fun time reading these 2 books, and I think I'm going to come back and do like a spoiler chat about them both, because I think that I need to like sit with them for a little bit. Maybe re-listen to the audiobooks when I'm working and kind of give you guys my other fleshed out thoughts. But I had a really fun time with this book. So thank you for Brittany for hosting a sequel-a-thon. Also, this is definitely thanks to my readathon, or my reading game where I had to read sequels. I read a ridiculous amount this month, so I'm really, really proud of myself. But I love this book and I gave it 5 stars. So I will talk to you guys for my next vlog. Bye, book dragons.